story.
She's a liar. She lies to me about everything almost, and I always ask her, like, hey, Mel, he's not mine or anything. Like, we did the DNA test, and he turned out not to be mine and crushed.
She gets pregnant again. Are you immediately in doubt?
I was happy at first, because I got, but at the same token, in that sense, is this baby gonna be mine? Everything seems to...
I'd like to bring you back so you can lecture these guys who deny the NFL. Disappoint him?
No. Terrence knows that Shadalia is his.
I don't know.
And his doubt after the first time around?
You understand my pain?
I can.
All the mistakes that you made?
I'm positive that Shadalia, % sure Shadalia is yours.
Father to my daughter. I'm distant to her because I don't want to be hurt.
It's Shadalia, Terrence. You are not.
You can't be serious, man. This can't be what for God. If I would have known, I'd have never been on live TV looking like this.
Wow. And that was some ending. But you know, recently we caught up with Melody and Terrence to see how they were holding up after those dramatic results. And I have to say, we were all pleasantly surprised by this update.
Hi, Maury. When we last came on daughter Shadalia, was not Terrence.
That's my family. After the show, I just kept telling myself, no matter what happened in 2020, I'm gonna turn 2020.
Maury, what happened on Monday?
Oh, we just had another baby.
Oh, boy. Please. Well, guess what? Joining us from Moorhead, Minnesota is Terrence. And also joining us is his now ex-girlfriend, Melody. So as you just saw, they had another child together, a son named Elijah. And for obvious reasons, Terrence has now demanded a paternity test. So, first of all, Terrence, good to see you. It's always good to see you. As far as I'm concerned, you're a poster boy for this show in terms of whether you are or not a father, but getting into the life of children. And we're going to find out whether you're the birth father or not. But pick up the pieces.
Yes, it was a lot of people, you know, since she turned out not to be mine, that I should leave a male, and my love for my family is stronger than a mistake or something that happened when we weren't even together, happened or not. I am, because when Mel went out on my birthday last year, but on my birthday, she went out on a date, and you know I on her date.
That date. And Mel, she went on a date. You knew about it, and she said it was an innocent date. Nothing went on.
Just because of the past history, you know, Mel hasn't always been honest with right away. I mean, Mel does usually tell me the truth before time or in enough time for me to be able to make a fair decision if I want to. She's been holding on and saying that she didn't do nothing on this date, but it's hard to believe with the past. Yes, I messaged him and asked him, you know, I asked him out of respect, like, hey, man, I'm not messaging to be disrespectful, to start any type of conflict between us. You know, I won't be mad or upset if you guys did, you know, have your adult time together. And he was like, yeah, we did, but, you know, I didn't ever get to finish. And, you know, so she wouldn't be pregnant by me. And I let him know how important it was to me that I know the truth rather than the lie.
But Melody denies that. She says that he lied with him.
Yes, Mel said that she's never...
So now Melody gets pregnant. She tells you, obviously. What was your first reaction? Good.
My reaction is always happy when someone tells me that they're pregnant by me, especially Mel, because, you know, I'm excited for us to have a child together. You know, Mel's my heart. She's my everything. So, of course, I would want Elijah to be mine for sure, regardless that, you know, DNA wouldn't change if my children are mine or not. It would just be nice to know that, hey, you know, we do have one biological child, blood between us.
I assume you were pregnancy.
I was there the whole time.
You were there at the hospital, right?
Yes.
But she showed you an ultrasound at one time, and you took a look at it, and you said, uh-oh, I don't think that's mine. How could you tell by the ultrasound?
Well, Maury, his features, I mean, they were really big. So when I see his features, I was like, hey, look, his nose is just way down.
When you look at baby Elijah, do you see any of your traits?
I try not to even look, Maury. I try not to look at his features at all. just because of the fact that, when you look at the features when you having a child and wondering if the child's going to be yours or not, if you're looking at those features, it'll constantly mentally torment you. So you'll constantly think about it and worry about it. Every time you're spending time with your child, you'll always try to think about, hey, this child forehead mine, is this child ear mine, is this child nose mine, and you will take yourself through a lot of stress that you might not even need to go through.
Even though a lot of your people, a lot of your friends see some similarities between you and Elijah?
Yeah, my entire family, Elijah looks just like me, but I don't never think about it. I always get upset when they say it just because, I don't want to think about his features. When I'm playing with him, when I'm interacting, into thinking about his features, then it makes me doubt it. And then it makes me think about, hey, look, what if he turned out not to be mine? So it takes me through an emotional withdrawal.
So it's very good, because what you're saying is, don't tell me about this, don't tell me about that, because this little boy. Is that it?
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. You're at the hospital. You didn't sign the birth certificate, did you?
No, I didn't.
Because of your doubts.
I didn't sign the birth certificate simply because the last time I signed the birth certificate and Shadia turned out not to be mine. That's the same thing that happened this time, that I signed the birth certificate and then he turned out not to be mine.
Okay. You still love Melody, don't you?
Yeah, with everything that I have.
But you're not together right now, are you?
No, we're not together right now. We're not together because, in relationships, you don't want to rush things. So sometimes we have issues in relationships. Just because you're able to communicate and still be around each other and get along with each other does not mean that you're ready to move